Friends, Lucia friends, and then translating go English.
Kaka. One Alidu one at Temple.
Oh, so
Sidia, we got your blue chip, we are a couple of. It
was why? No, I will take a car for him here and even be asking. Meaning boys, we got our life. I'm for Libya, quite a quality Italy. It's your before Mecano. No money share, no, my Britain. On Peso,
Messi to bluff. Messi do at a bluff.
I say, on can be Casa.
Messi,
Ah, Salisu.
Alright guys, the video you just watched was Alidu seidu and his friends having an interesting conversation. With boys, our conversation has no direction. One time we are talking about A, the next minute we are talking about Z. But guys, that is just by the way. You are watching Sports Corner GH and my name is Edmund, and in today's video, we are going to talk about the latest transfer update concerning Ghanaian and Black Star players. There is a lot of movement in the transfer market, and we are going to talk about that. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and also turn on notification. Next is our just giveaway. Tomorrow we'll be naming all the winners, but then it's not too late. All you have to do is comment under this video, and any other video will drop you on Sports Corner GH and stand a chance of winning yourself a free jersey of your choice. So please make sure to participate. And also next is our shout out. Shout outs to every single person watching this video. Thank you for everything. I really appreciate it. So guys, quickly, let's jump into it and talk about some latest transfer updates. And I want to begin with Lesi Okai. Now, if you don't know Lesi Okai, his picture is on the screen. He's 18 years of age, and also he's a left winger. Now, the latest update concerning Lesi Okai is that he has signed for Valencia FC. Now, those who don't know Valencia, I'm not talking about Simon Valencia or Kutubabi Valencia. I'm talking about Valencia that plays in the Spanish La Liga. Now, this is what happened. This player was playing in an academy called Sima Monteverde Academy. They were doing trials, and then Valencia sent scouts to go and watch the trials. In fact, when they got there, they liked what Lesi was doing. They were impressed by the showing, and they decided to send some of the visuals back to Valencia. Now, the team, everyone sat down and they said that, look, we have to sign this player. And guess what? They signed the 18-year-old player. Now, this is the approach Valencia want to go with this player. The first approach is the business way. They develop the player and sell him later. Or they see signs of development and integrate him into the first team. So definitely, we are going to talk more about Lesi Okai in the future. We are going to see his development in the youth side of Valencia and bring you more updates concerning him. GFA, please, once Valencia scouts have seen talent in this boy, definitely there is something that we should also be part of the development so that we don't wait until he blows up and then we can't get him again. Because definitely, if this player blows up and then he spends like 10 years there, it is over for us. So please, let's make sure we try our possible best to be involved in his development. So guys, let's move away from Lesi and talk about Edmund B. If I told you 3 clubs in England are currently interested and are ready to compete for the signature of this ball, would you believe it? Now, the first club is Nottingham Forest. Second is Brighton and Hove Albion. Third is Leeds United. All ready to sign this young player called Edmon B. People will be asking, what is so special about this boy? I've not heard about this boy before. If I've not heard about him before, his picture is on your screen. Now, let me tell you one thing. This player plays in Norway. He plays for Sogndal. And so far for Sogndal, he has scored 8 goals, giving 6 assists in 17 games. And not only that, it is his qualities. That is why all these teams are coming for him. And you see, all these teams have an approach of signing players. Now, they sign potential. They don't sign already made players. They sign potential. They sign players with quality, a possibility of going to become big stars so that either they do business with them or probably they can have them in their team for the future. And guess what? These 3 teams are interested in this 18-year-old called Edmund B. Nottingham Forest, Brighton and Hove Albion, and also Leeds United. We are going to follow up on this and bring you more updates concerning it, because you see, it's so nice to see young Ghanaian players getting all this attraction in the transfer market, because at the end of the day, it's all about decision making. If they make the right decision, 8-10 years from now, they'll be playing big teams, and this is good for us as Ghana. So guys, this is the latest update concerning Edmund B. Now let's move away from that and talk about Jerome Opoku. Yesterday I was supposed to talk about this, but then it skipped me a bit. But then Jerome Opoku, who was on loan from Aroca in the Portuguese league, signed permanently for Basaksehir. Now, he was on loan playing for Basaksehir, and his parents' club was Aroca. Now, after playing for Basaksehir on loan, they were impressed because during that time, he scored 4 goals and gave 1 assist. And after this impressive showing, Basaksehir are going to play the Europa Conference League. Not only that, they saw that the player has a lot of quality playing as a centre-back. His height alone is something good home to write about. He ended a call up to the Black Stars. There's enough quality in there. So Basaksehir felt like, why don't we exercise our purchase option in that loan deal? Because it was a loan with an option to buy. So they signed the player for a 3-year deal. And I'm happy for this player. I mean, Jerome Opoku, when he came into the Black Stars, his first debut, it didn't go well. Against Mexico, against USA, it didn't go well at all. When he came back international break, he played against Nigeria, picked up a red card. But I'm just hoping that in the future, I mean, he's given the opportunity to prove all of us wrong, because if you see him play for Basaksehir in Turkey, you know that player where there is talent, there is things that we can't see, but then the other coaches can see. And he has not really been able to show us that in the Black Stars. But at club level, he's doing it. And I can't wait to see him in the Conference League, because, I mean, I'm sure he's going to show more, he's going to do more. And we'll make sure to follow up on his progress and bring you more updates live on Sports Corner GH. So, guys, that is it for Jerome Opoku. Now, let's move away from that and talk about Jonathan Sowah. Sowah, as for Jonathan Sowah, he's now a household name. Everybody knows Jonathan Sowah. Yes. So let me just break this down for you a bit so that you understand. So Jonathan Sowah was playing for Vidiama. Now, he was doing well. Then after that, he ended up up to the Black Stars. Played some few games for the Black Stars and had a big money move to a Libyan club called Al Nassr Benghazi. Could you imagine that after 6 months playing for Al Nassr Benghazi, he has left the club as a free agent? Now, the team and the player sat down to mutually agree that, see, I'm not enjoying my time here, I want to leave. The team was like, okay, if you want to leave, we are not going to hold you. So they parted ways mutually. And guess what? Few hours later, we hear Jonathan Sowah is going to sign for a club in Tanzania called Young Africans, popularly known as Yanga. And I'm like, wow, like, how did this movement happen in a swift period? Because after 6 months, this player decides that I'm not going to play for Al Nassr Benghazi. Now, with Al Nassr Benghazi, he scored 5 goals. 5 goals so far. There was a time where he was bagging in goals left, right, front, center for them. But I don't know what happened. I mean, in the future, we'll get to get a clearer explanation on what happened and what motivated his move away from, Al Nassr Benghazi to Yanga in Tanzania. But guys, this is the latest update concerning Jonathan Sowah. But then, whilst we are talking about Jonathan Sowah, I want to touch on a few things, Let me touch on a few things. Now, we see a lot of Ghana Premier League players going to countries like Ethiopia, Libya, Tanzania, to as far as Somalia to play in their league. Meanwhile, Ghana, we claim we are, the Brazilians of Africa. We claim we are a footballing nation. But then our league is unattractive. In fact, players who play in the Ghana Premier League consider the Ghana Premier League teams as second option to these other clubs that come from Ethiopia, Libya, and Tanzania. Now would be asking, why would anybody leave Ghana to go and play football in Somalia? Somalia, baby, I get to Kako with Somalia, why would you go and play ball there? I mean, yeah, it's a big question. But then the answer I'm going to give it to you is that players here in Ghana are not paid well. Can you believe that players here in Ghana are paid as low as 300 cedis? Would you believe that? If you listen to the issues of Rotterdam and United, you understand where our league is and why it is unattractive. And I will not blame any coach for not picking Ghana Premier League players to be part of the Black Stars, because they have made this so unattractive that even players here in Ghana who play in the Ghana Premier League consider big teams like Asante Kotoko and House of Folk as second options. Because just imagine a player leaves Ghana Premier League, goes to Libya and receives $2,000 a month. That is like times 3 or times 4 or times 5 his salary here in the Ghana Premier League. Just now, the dollar is around 15 cedis. So just times it with 2,000 and look at the amounts, the Antoine amounts. If you bring that money here He's a big man. In fact, in the next 3-4 months, he's buying a car. He comes to Ghana here, he shows off his car. His other colleagues who play in the Ghana Premier League are looking at him like, what me to a car in 4 months? Why wouldn't they like to go to Libya? I mean, you get me. So if they see this $2,500 on their contract, they are blown away because immediately they start calculating in Ghana cedis. It's because of that you see most of the players are going to Libya, they are going to Tanzania, they are going to Morocco, they are going to South Africa. Just make the league competitive, make the league interesting and attractive. As simple as that. GFU, see, this is what my problem is with GFU. How can the winner of the Ghana Premier League get 500,000 Ghana cedis? That is Thomas Partey's 1 week. 1 week, Thomas Partey's 1 week. No, that is what a whole team gets after playing for over a year. Why? Why would even a player have to stay here? You understand the argument. So me, I don't blame the likes of Jonathan Sowah trying to play in Libya, Tanzania. If you go Asante Kotoko, they have signed half of the players. And guess what? Half of those players are going back to Libya, Tanzania, Somalia, and both. I guess Somalia, then I bought. Somalia, no. If you come, Black Stars versus Somalia, there is no way this team will score us. But guess what? Our best players and best talent in the Ghana Premier League are going to Somalia, Mauritius, Tukako. They are going to play football there. How? Kotoko play a whole season, they are getting 60,000. 60,000? How would you use 60,000 to run a team? How? Charlie, that is it. I mean, I understand why these players want to leave, but then, I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, they are breadwinners for their family. These players need to feed their family. They have children, they have parents, they have people depending on them. So if they see a few dollars, now I'm about Ghana Premier League and I see $3,000, I'll be leaving before it is even 12 o'clock. I'll leave. As simple as that. So guys, this is my tweet and this is the latest transfer update I have for you. Live from Sports Corner GH. Let me know your thoughts about it down below in the comments. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you in the next one. Charlie, we go Vine.